Welcome to The Debrief, where we talk with the Washington Examiner's top journalists about the headlines they're covering this week, where the story's going next. I'm Sarah Westwood, and I'm here today with senior columnist Tim Carney. And Tim, this week, Janet Yellen, she sort of finally admitted that she was wrong about inflation when she first said it was transitory, dismissed it. What's the significance of that?
Well, it's very telling because it shows it's a reflection of how the Biden administration has tried to handle problems in the past where they say, no, this thing isn't true. This is a Republican talking point. And you remember, this is what Biden did about the school parents being upset in Virginia. And then the Democrats went ahead and lost that race. And so here they tried to pretend that massive inflation wasn't a long-term problem. And it obviously was. And so they really tried to message away inflation, and it failed, and so now Yellen has to admit that it's a problem without necessarily admitting that any of the administration's policies added to it.
Yeah, is the administration sort of addressing any of the things that it did to overstimulate the economy, or are they sort of proposing things that could make the problem worse?
Yeah, well, certainly they tried to and failed to get the Build Back Better bill, which would have shoved a ton more money into the economy, would have made inflation considerably worse. They certainly, Biden, as recently as his State of the Union, was praising the American Rescue Plan, which is sort of the prime culprit in pumping a ton of money in there without increasing productivity. And now they're talking about forgiving student loans more broadly, and that just absolutely lets loose lots of spending power without increasing any economic productivity, a recipe for more inflation. So what they're trying to do here is just sort of say, well, we are taking it seriously, but none of their policies are showing that they're actually trying to take it seriously.
Yeah, and speaking of trying to take it seriously, Biden has rolled out this, what the scribes in the media are calling a pivot to the economy with some op-eds, and he's starting to, send his surrogates out to talk about the economy. Does he have any credibility on this issue to make this pivot now?
No, and it's kind of baffling that they would think they could do this. They think if they write good enough op-eds, make good enough points, say the right things on CNN, that they can turn things around. So either they believe that inflation is simply sort of in the heads of people and is entirely a psychological phenomenon, or they just think they can make people believe the economy is good even while prices are rapidly increasing at a faster pace than wages. And so that doesn't work. It's never worked in American politics, where if people have a problem, they know they have a problem, and they're not going to be told that everything's fine when it's fine. That seems to be what the Biden administration is trying, though.
Well, Tim, thank you so much for being here today. You can get more writing from Tim and the rest of the commentary team at washingtonexaminer.com.